I'm not sleeping there. No. What it is, guys, it's your boy BlastphamousHD. Not gonna talk about the 2 hours it took me of watching memes in order to gather up the courage to watch these scary videos y'all sent me. But we're here, and I'm not afraid anymore. Figure if I say it out loud enough, it'll come true someday. You guys sent me these clips on the DM and the Discord, made me promise to react to them. Let's do this. Please, Lord, don't scare me so bad I have another nightmare. But that's probably because I eat hot Cheetos right before I go to bed.
It was during a live news report that something very unnerving was caught on camera. On September 19th of 2017, a massive earthquake had struck the center of Mexico, claiming the lives of 369 people and destroying dozens of buildings. This earthquake was so intense that many country residents are still, to this day, haunted by this terrible incident. But there's one disturbing event that occurred during this earthquake that stands out the most in many people's minds: the destruction of a private school for preschoolers and secondary students.
Damn.
Nearby residents fled to the scene after learning that students were trapped underneath the rubble of the building. Sadly enough, it is said that during the search and rescue, they could hear the muffled sounds of screaming children underneath the rubble.
Oh no.
Some did not survive the impact of the wreckage. This was truly a tragic day for the parents of these children. Nevertheless, a horde of news stations arrived on the scene to broadcast live footage of this horrifying incident. But one particular news station had caught something very unusual. Viewers of the broadcast noticed it and immediately began to record their screens. What was captured has left many people unsettled. Be sure to look closely at the large crack in this wall, as you might miss it the first time. This is what was captured.
Hacer este túnel y en la parte de arriba lo están tratando de hacer desde el techo de este, digamos, como balcón. Hay socorristas tanto de la Cruz Roja como del Ejército Mexicano y del Plan Marina que están pues con los planos del edificio en mano y continúan la versión de que están muy cerca de lo que era el área de la cocina y el área del
What the fuck? That would look like white symbiote suit Venom.
Within the wall's crevice, a small, palish-looking figure can be seen gazing at the rescuers surrounding the building. Even more chilling is that its face resembles that of a child's. Yet, there's something eerie about this supposed child. They stand completely still throughout the entire broadcast. It's almost as though they're not alive. And what's even more strange is that at first nothing appears in the crack, but then later, a childlike face is seen. For this reason, among others, many believe that this may have been the ghost of a child who was trapped underneath the rubble, but sadly passed away.
Damn.
But as always, what do you think? Had the spirit of a child trapped in the wreckage appear on camera? Or was something else seen? There has yet to be a clear answer as to what was caught in the footage, but for now, this video remains a mystery.
Okay, that was a good one. That wasn't bad. I didn't
There's a small
me.
musician on YouTube by the name of Axel Loza who usually uploads videos that showcase his musical talents. From videos that show what happens behind the scenes for a music video to random clips of him playing music, there's no shortage of videos that display his musical skills. However, out of all videos posted online, one video has left viewers totally spooked. The video in question is strange, as it doesn't involve anything related to music like most of Axel's videos. Instead, it starts off with Axel's brothers waking up in the dead of night and staring off into the distance. Immediately, we can tell that there's something off about this video. Axel explains that he and his brothers had woken up after hearing strange noises coming from the closet. They were staring at it when suddenly, after looking closely, they saw something that left them completely shook. This is what they saw.
Aquí están mis hermanos. Y desde hace rato se quieren dormir, pero están viendo la misma cara que yo. Es lo que me temía. La verdad es lo que me temía y no sé qué hacer. No se pueden dormir.
What?
Aquí está, pero cuando yo trato de abrir, no hay nada. No hay absolutamente nada.
Motherfucker.
Behind the closet's window pane, a ghostly face can be seen. But when Axel heads over to open the closet, he finds no one inside. It quickly disappears as soon as Axel opens the door. The camera pans around all over the closet, showing no possible hiding spots for the supposed person inside. Now, of course, it could be that Axel is just a really good video editor and had cut the video to pull this off. But slowing down the footage where the cut or edit could have been made seems to show no signs of editing. So then, if this is genuine footage of something paranormal, what exactly was caught on camera? Like most videos, it seems we may never know, as no further information has been given. This next video comes from a security officer who, while being on duty, caught something pretty spooky on camera. Eric Campbell of Tampa, Florida works for a company that owns a tall building at an undisclosed location. The building itself is believed to be haunted, as those who've worked there have reported paranormal encounters. Now, Eric himself doesn't believe in the paranormal, but after what happened one night while working the night shift at this place, he might just be a believer. Eric and another security officer are patrolling around the premises of the building when all of a sudden, Eric spots what looks to be a person inside the edifice. Alerted by the trespasser, Eric's colleague heads inside to interrogate the person. Meanwhile, Eric stays outside to make sure the intruder doesn't escape. Little did they know, they would encounter something they weren't trained for. Eric is talking to his partner through a walkie-talkie as he watches the trespasser.
Alright, can you see this thing?
Yeah, it's still there.
Okay.
Yeah, it's still there.
Okay. What's happening with the lights? Because I'm looking
The lights are...
hallway, and I can't see, I literally see nothing.
The lights are off right now. Oh, it just moved. It just moved. It just moved. It just moved.
I just heard a weird noise. Please don't tell me that as you said that.
Dude, it just moved.
Without warning, the trespasser just disappears, leaving Eric in total shock. It was at this point that he realized this wasn't a trespasser, but instead, something else. Ever since that night, Eric has been having trouble understanding what he saw. To this day, neither he nor his partner have any idea as to who or what was inside the building. As with most videos found online, this next one has little to no information. It is still nonetheless very strange. Although its original source is unknown, a viewer of the video comments that it came from someone who's been dealing with unusual occurrences at home. They placed a camera inside their bedroom to capture the strange events that often happen inside. It appears to be late at night when the following happens. Watch.
Oh my God! Oh my God, you're joking!
The man is suddenly lifted off the bed as though something is pulling him upwards from his feet. In a panic frenzy, the man scoots all the way over to the other end of the bed, seemingly trying to make sense of what just happened. The video then cuts to black. The lack of a backstory to this video keeps it shrouded in mystery, making it a bit harder to know what exactly occurred. But what's your stance on this? Real or not? I'll let you be the judge.
That looks pretty real. Dude.
This last video comes from a man named Brandon Costa, who is woken up by a strange noise outside his room. He proceeds to take out his phone and record the strange event, but what he captures leaves him deeply unsettled. Now, according to Brandon, he had played with a Ouija board a few days prior. For this reason, he believes that what he captured that night was paranormal in nature. All in all, this incident has spooked him to his core.
Stop playing with Ouija
This
boards!
is what he captured.
manches. ¿Qué era eso? No. Ay, no.
That's when I started freaking out. Then I got out of there. I'm not sleeping there. Nope.
Eerily enough, a face can be seen peeking at Brandown before disappearing from sight. But, scariest of all, the bedroom door suddenly closes on its own. Given that Brandown had played with the Ouija board before this, viewers aren't surprised that this happened. But still, what he encountered is downright terrifying. Yet the question is still begged, who or what was this? Now that's creepy.
I should have watched Subnautica.
The following video shows a woman doing a live stream inside her house when something extremely creepy is caught on camera. The woman in this video is known as Cello Loca, who's well known for doing tarot card readings and other fortune-telling activities. It isn't often the case, but occasionally, Cello would go online and do a live stream where she does tarot card readings for her viewers. But it was just recently that Cello had done something completely different. Instead of reading cards as usual, she decides to do a seance inside her house. Little did she know that this would be a big mistake. As Cello tries to make contact with the dead, she talks to a friend on the phone who's watching the live stream. She sits in front of a mirror when all of a sudden, this happens.
I know that you like it.
Es como si me quedara inmovilizada. Mira que se ahora hacen así.
Ahora se abre la puerta.
No, it's not.
¿Dónde está la puerta? ¿Se ve la puerta?
Play, y'all play too much.
Ábrete.
No.
Ábrete
No.
puerta. Ábrete puerta.
Shut
Se
your mouth,
abra la
hoe.
puerta.
Shut your mouth, old hoe.
Se abra.
Shut up.
No posible.
Okay, I need just a second or 4. Gather myself. Make sure my gooch is still intact. 1, 2, 3. Okay, just make sure to... Scary stuff, man.
No posible.
Ay, tu madre, hija de puta. No me
You call
toquéis
the
que
name.
estoy protegida,
Protected by
No
what,
me
bitch?
toquéis que estoy protegida.
Yeah, you're
No, vale,
protected.
ya abro la luz, tía.
Wait, go to church once a month?
Somehow, the door opens on its own. But even stranger is that it opened when Cello asked the supposed spirit to do so. Feeling completely terrified, she takes a moment to gather herself before proceeding further with the seance. What happens next has left her beyond spooked. Watch.
Oh, hell no.
¿Te puedes poner delante del espejo, por favor? ¿Te puedes poner delante del espejo, por favor? ¿Estás enfadado? ¿Te puedes poner delante del espejo, por favor? ¿Te puedes poner delante? Venga, ponte delante del espejo. Te quiero ver. Dios, tu puta madre. Oh, puta, que me caigo.
Hostia, Chelo, cuidado.
Hostia.
It is at this point that Cello has seen enough and decides to end the live stream. Given what happened, viewers believe that Cello might have reached out to a sinister entity. Yet others think that something else was contacted. Although pretty spooky, it could be that this whole thing was just a setup for the sole purpose of getting views. But it seems that many viewers find this video to be genuine evidence of something paranormal. But of course, you be the judge. Ghost or not? Feel free to let me know what you think. Now the following video barely has any information, but it still speaks for itself. Where exactly this video had come from is unknown, as the original source is a total mystery. All that is known is that it was found by someone online who reposted the video. In it, a small child is seen lying at a doorway when something pretty baffling happens. Take a look. According to viewers, it seems that the child was either kicked or pushed by an unseen force. Even before it happens, they seem to be scared of something, as though they are trying to get away from whoever or whatever is inside this room. The lack of info and the unknown source of this video makes it hard to determine if it's paranormal or not. For now, it remains a mystery until more info is brought forth. Now, this next video was posted in September of this year, but for some reason was taken down a few days later. Some believe that the video was removed because the person in it is so traumatized by this incident that they don't want to be reminded of what occurred. Although it's not clear what the reason might be, the owner of the footage has reposted the video for those interested in seeing it before taking it down again. It goes without saying, but the video is pretty creepy to say the least. In it, a security guard is working the night shift inside a private building somewhere in Colombia when something very strange happens. The guard is on duty, patrolling the area, when out of nowhere, someone greets him. Or so it seems. Take a look.
Oh, hell no.
At the start of the clip, we can see the guard waving at someone and looking at them. But as the video continues, no one appears. He seems to be having a conversation with someone who doesn't appear to be there.
I wonder what they were talking about.
Although pretty strange, it's the following piece of information that makes this video a whole lot creepy. As it turns out, the security guard in this footage says that he was talking to someone who was in need of assistance. That someone was an old lady who was asking for directions to a place in the building. But as we can see in the footage, she doesn't appear to be there. A few minutes pass and the guard is still chatting with whoever it might be that we can't see on camera. But then, after conversating for a while, he is radioed by his coworker who tells him something that suddenly makes his blood run cold. Watch.
Got the hell out of there.
Right away, the guard hits the button to the elevator, thinking it would open immediately, but then quickly realizes that the stairs would be a better escape. In a panic frenzy, he runs away and leaves the building without ever looking back. It isn't clear where exactly the guard had went, but given his response, it seems likely that it was far away from this building. All in all, his coworkers have no doubt in their minds that this whole encounter was paranormal in nature. But unfortunately, this whole video is a mystery. Without sufficient info, the question remains, who or what exactly had the security guard been talking to?
Damn.
There's a photo online that's been circulating through various groups on Facebook. The image was initially posted somewhere in September of this year, but ever since then, people have been getting creeped out by this photo. Now, the photo itself comes from a family who took the image during a baby shower that occurred somewhere in Mexico. Lots of photos were taken at this party, but one in particular has left the family disturbed. It was only after the party was over that they looked at the photos and saw the chilling photograph that they can't seem to explain. It's nighttime, and the party seems to be going well when someone takes out their phone and begins to take various photos. They see a group of people in the corner and decide to take their picture. Little did they know that they would capture this.
Oh my God. Oh shit.
The family was left shaken up after seeing this. According to them, nobody was next to this woman when they took the pic. They further mentioned that its facial appearance is unlike anything they've ever seen. Although some people think that this might have been a case of pareidolia, as the rocks in the background could have been mistaken for a face, the family is certain that this wasn't a rock or something pareidolic. They've taken photos of the same area where the pic was taken, and none of them show the figure that was captured. So then, if this wasn't pareidolia or someone they know, who or what was this? This last video shows a woman who appears to be very sick. The person recording claims that she might be on her deathbed. If that's so, then this video just got a whole lot interesting. A friend or relative is watching the woman on the monitor when they notice something odd about the footage. Upon looking closely, they see the following.
What the f is that? It's like something touching her.
Oh, no.
What the hell is that?
Oh, you in there light.
What looks to be an arm reaching out to the woman on her supposed deathbed can be seen on camera. It reaches out as though whatever this is trying to comfort the sick woman. Some viewers have theorized that this might be the ghost of a loved one who is still looking after their partner from beyond the grave. Although pretty wholesome, it is solely a belief. Yet most viewers can't help but think this. But of course, what do you think? Had the ghost of a loved one paid a visit to this woman? Or is there a possible explanation for the ghostly arm? Feel free to let me know what you think down below. The following footage shows someone who's by himself inside a gym when something terrifying happens. Emily Ruiz, who suggested the video, writes, "Words cannot explain this disturbing footage. The person in the video had obtained this recording from the gym and sent it to a friend who we hear speaking in the video. This is what was captured."
Es que pasaron cosas muy extrañas, la madre, hasta
¿Qué le pasó, papi?
hasta una máquina se movió. Vea, mire, explíqueme eso, vea,
Sí, eso
dos
porque
cuerdas
se
y
mueve atrás.
yo qué vas a ver, mamá, y la otra quieta, o sea, no podemos decir que es el aire, ni que hay ventilación, ni nada de esas
Sí,
vainas.
eso es como
y en
encerrado.
plena luz del día, ¿quién dice que estas maricadas pasan en plena luz del día? No, mire, la luz. Mire. Mire, ahí, mire eso.
Uy, ¿eso qué pasó? ¿Por qué eso se
esa
mueve?
esa vaina es pesadísima, eso es pesadísimo.
¿Sí?
Sí, parece eso es una energía muy mala.
¡Ay, Dios mío! ¿Qué le pasó?
Mire.
No, Dios, no, no, eso no es normal.
Sí, yo sé
Eso
que-
no es normal, no.
Ya sé.
Those who've seen the footage were left unsettled by this terrifying encounter. At the start of the video, we can see that someone or something is peeking at this person. This is something you might have missed. Now, it's worth mentioning that another camera had recorded this from a different angle. By looking at this specific footage, we can see that the facility has open windows. It could be that the wind from outside the room was causing the ropes to move on their own.
No.
But if that were the case, then other things in the room should have moved as well, especially the towel on the box, which appears light enough to move just a bit, but it doesn't. The wind could also explain the ball's movement, but mind you, this is a medicine ball. It would take more than just a gust of wind to be able to move something this heavy. But what's even more baffling about this footage is how the person gets dragged across the floor. It could be that he was doing this on his own, moving his body in such a way to make it seem as though he were being dragged. However, a closer look at this scene shows that he was jerked in a forceful manner, which is almost impossible to do on one's own. Other things in the video remain questionable, such as lights turning off on their own, or whatever this is. I'll leave it to you to come up with your own conclusion on this footage. Feel free to let me know what you think.
I wouldn't trust it.
A grandmother is alone with her grandson when something downright creepy is caught on camera. The grandmother who posted this video states that she gave her grandson her phone to play with. Little did she know that he was recording during this time. It wasn't until a few months later, when she was going through her phone, that she saw this video. The grandmother writes, "This video shook me to my core. Unfortunately, it shook me so much that I moved out of there 2 weeks after I found this. Even after 2 years, I still won't go over there. This is what was caught. Be sure to pay close attention to the background, or you'll miss it."
What background? Oh, hold on now. What we doing?
Let's change your butt.
Bad.
Like you poopy.
Bad children. I just wanna make it and get these bitches pregnant. Don't at me. I don't represent that. That's not that bad. I don't represent, baby, or do no wrong.
If no one else was home,
then
who or what was this? It's worth mentioning that the grandmother's husband had his mother live in their house for almost 6 years before passing away. Viewers think that this might be her ghost, but again, it's not certain if that's the case. As always, what are your thoughts? Ghost or something else? It's late at night, and two friends are hanging out in front of a school when they see something that terrifies them.
What are we doing?
Daniel Guy posted the following video and writes, "This video comes from a friend who was visiting his old elementary school. Another friend had come with him. They promptly left after this incident. This is what they caught."
Oh shit! It's a
Dude,
children.
I'm actually freaking out.
Nah, you about to get robbed, bro. If that's not a ghost, you about to
Dude,
get robbed.
it gets more.
If the child's black, you better run. And that child is very, very black. You better get out of that. Don't stand there like the Blair Witch, you fool. You selling weed, child? What children doing out here this late at night? It was way past curfew. The dispensary's that way. What are you doing?
Every time I move closer, it looks more and more.
Don't get too close.
Figurine.
The child could be ravenous.
I did not see that.
Aggressive, even. Did it move? It just moved?
What? Dude, okay. You know, yeah.
No. Run!
There appears to be a small child standing outside at night. But there's something uncanny about this child. The fact that it's late at night and a child is by itself makes this unsettling.
Yep.
But what's even more strange about this supposed child is that it doesn't move. In fact, it appears to be completely still.
That's one thing you learn in the hood and the first Men in Black movie. If it looks too good to be true, it's usually a trap. You learn that with women all the time.
The idea of this being a doll is a possibility.
It's not better.
But if that were the case, then that would make this even more creepy. Seeing a life-size doll in the middle of the night is enough to make anyone head back home. But what do you think? Could this have been a life-size doll or something else? I'll leave it to you to decide. This next clip was uploaded by Rinkin Person, who noticed something strange in the background of a Japanese TV show. It appears that no one had noticed until this video was posted.
Shit!
Be sure to look closely at the fridge on the right, or you'll miss it.
What we looking at? That? No! Shit! shit. It looks like her. No. Nah. Me no inglés. Como
If that's
estás?
not disturbing, then I don't know what is. Now, viewers think that this might have been a crew member of the show who accidentally appeared on camera. That could be the case, but the appearance of this person is just very unsettling. It is for this reason that some viewers think that this might not be a person, but something else. Of course, no one knows for sure. What do you make of this video? Real or fake? You let me know.
I would really appreciate if you didn't keep showing it. You know what I mean?
Carrie Berry is home alone with her dog, who's acting very strange. She begins to record and captures this.
Starting out, this is our launch product. We just launched 4 months ago. Oh, you did? Oh, you're a new entrepreneur. Great, I'm a baby.
It could be worse.
0 to 6 months, and then we will
Not the
be
boobs?
releasing a 6 to 12 months.
Let me ask something. Does it pop out more often the baby mouth because trying to attract the baby moves in a little bit, it just pops out? So are you creating more of a challenge?
No, we're not.
What are you doing?
Express feeding to a certain extent, but we have seen in the about 25,000 plus units are pops that we've been able to sell in the last 4 months.
Given the belief that dogs can sense things that we can't, viewers can't help but think that Carrie's dog is sensing a spirit. Now, it could be that her dog's attention is being directed towards the shadow cast by a ceiling fan. Another theory is that her dog is going through a trance. Either one could be the case. But viewers seem to be leaning more towards the belief of this being a paranormal encounter. Ghost or not, the video itself is pretty eerie. The following image was submitted by Evan Kostar, who writes, "The mother in this picture had taken a photograph of her son. Nothing unusual stood out in the photo until her husband took a look and saw something in the background. To this day, they don't know what that thing is that's in the back.
What type of thing?
This is what they caught."
Oh, shit. Damn. Oh, shit. Damn.
Now that's creepy. I have no idea as to who or what was in the back,
Either
but
y'all
I'll
haunted-
leave it to you to come up with your own theory.
Either y'all haunted,
Feel
or y'all
free
got
to
some
share
of the
down below.
worst, scariest looking homeless people. And what y'all live in Texas? I mean,
Ghost hunter Grisel Luna visits an abandoned house and captures something creepy.
no.
This house is said to have belonged to an old lady who lived there her entire life,
No.
until recently
Nah.
passing away.
No.
The appearance of the building unsettles Grisel, but she quickly overcomes this feeling after going inside.
Oh, hell
But
no.
little does she
Go
know
inside,
that the
bitch.
following would happen.
She went inside.
When she uploaded the video, she was shocked to see that she had caught something that went unnoticed. As Grisel approaches one of the windows on the house, she captures this.
Gustaría pedir la presencia. Es
I
algo que
like
estaba
that. That's
haciendo
actually it's been doing.
últimamente. Pedir la presencia
¿Cómo
de
estás, bitch?
este ser,
¿Por qué,
de los
bitch?
seres que
Oh,
ya no están en
shit.
este mundo, que ya
¿Por
están
qué,
más allá.
bitch? Run, bitch! Why'd you bring us here? ¿Por qué? It's the only Spanish word I know. Aside from no Cato. But I don't know what that word means, so it don't count.
A shadowy figure is seen moving inside the building. Could this have been a squatter? Or the old lady that is said to have lived there? Viewers think that this might have been the old lady. But again, I'll let you form your own opinion. Let me know what you think. Squatter or old lady? You let me know.
Well, somehow we survived yet another one. Make sure to comment, like, and or subscribe. It's your boy BlastphamousHD. Tweezam.